Alright, so we have a pretty significant issue going on in Fortnite right now, and if you have V-Bucks, they could be missing or stolen. So let me explain what exactly has happened. So I don't know if this was the first tweet about it, but this is the first one that I saw. It's from someone named FNBR News, Fortnite Leaks and News, and they posted this morning at, well, I guess this afternoon at 12:29 p.m. So not that long ago. And they said, okay, so I just logged on to Fortnite and all my V-Bucks were gone. I had 25,000. I checked my recent purchases, and today there was like 15 purchases. I never made them. I refunded them all, but I'm still so confused. What caused this? So this guy had a whopping 25,000 V-Bucks, logs in, and there's a ton of purchases made on his account that he didn't do. And he's confused, rightfully so. Who spent his V-Bucks if he wasn't logged on? So then the data miner and leaker Blortson replied to that. He quote tweeted it, and he says a lot of Fortnite players are reporting a loss of their V-Bucks randomly. People are getting scammed and getting their V-Bucks used for UEFN maps like Steal the Brainrot without them noticing. So then he puts a link and he says, I advise you to check if you have suffered of this in here. And so if I click the link that he posted, and I will put this in the description, it takes you to an official Epic Games page. And if you're not logged in, you have to log into your whatever account you want. But this is my main account, and it says in-island transactions. And it'll show you here details and history of in-island transactions you made with V-Bucks. In-island transactions are not eligible for return. So on my account, it says no in-island transactions made with V-Bucks yet. So if you're new to this and you don't know what an in-island transaction is, they allowed you to now put requirements of V-Bucks on UEFN maps if you want. So Steal the Brainrot, I believe, has that available. So you can spend V-Bucks in the creative map to get, I don't know, rewards, bonuses, whatever for that certain creative map. So all of this is still very sketchy. How would random in-island transactions show up on your account? If you didn't give your account to anybody, how is this happening? But before I get to that, here's an image that was posted on Reddit today about exactly this. So this is from Known Switch, and they said someone used over 20K of my V-Bucks. And then he put, I don't know how this happened, but I heard I'm not the only one going through it. I don't know who to contact because I already tried Epic Live Chat, and they said they don't handle the in-island transactions, and you can't report each transaction because it shows nothing to do with refunds or unauthorized transactions. And Epic does not have a phone number to call. What do I do? So he went to this website that I linked and that shows your in-island transactions. And look, he somehow spent some money on Steal the Brainrot. 2,350 V-Bucks, 2,350 V-Bucks. I'm sure there's more, but he only showed those two right there. So someone magically logged into this guy's account with over 20,000 V-Bucks and spent them on Steal the Brainrot in-island transactions using real V-Bucks. So then Blortson replied to that post that he already made, and he said, this is caused by Discord bots. And then he says, as stated by, and then he mentions two people here, if you use any Discord bot, in parentheses, but mostly, and then he lists a few, Wafer, XL Robo, and then it says AK-47 and Dub are safe, I guess. I don't know what any of that means, but then he says, it's advised to reset your password for you to be safe of this scam. So apparently certain Discord bots out there have access to your account. I don't know that that should be the case, but that's what it sounds like here. So it's being advised that if you have a Discord bot associated with Fortnite to reset your password for your Epic Games account. Otherwise, they can somehow get access to your account, use your V-Bucks, and spend it on their own creative maps. How crazy is that? So the official Fortnite status Twitter account even replied to this, confirming all this is true. So let me find their posts. So they responded to Blortson and said, hey, we're looking into this. That was about an hour ago. And then they replied just 10 minutes ago as of this video. Here's what they said. What to know about third-party bots and V-Bucks. Some people are using unauthorized third-party bots on Discord or Telegram to automatically buy items in the shop, join lobbies, or perform other actions on their behalf. These bots are not, and they emphasize in bold, not, made by Epic Games, are not, again bold, official, and can spend your V-Bucks outside of your control if you provide them with access to your account. We've observed an uptick in this recently, in particular spending V-Bucks on in-island items. You can remove access to any bots you previously granted access to by signing out of your Epic account across all sessions and devices. and then logging back into Fortnite. Here is how to do this. And then they post a link. So they show that right here. It says, how do I sign out of all my devices and all signed in sessions for my Epic Games account? So first it says, go to your Epic Games account settings. You may need to log in if you're not logged in already. From your account settings, open password and security. So here's what it looks like right here. Then it says, scroll down and look for the sign out everywhere section. Press the sign out button there. Then it says, wait for the security code that will be sent to your account's registered email. Ooh, so don't do this if you don't know your email, because that's where the code's going to go. And then it says, make sure that you are searching for the code on your correct email address you used to register for your Epic Games account. Input the code sent to your email from the screen prompted from your account settings page, and then refresh your page. So that will take you out of every single bot or session that you're currently logged into and hopefully put an abrupt end to this mischievous V-Bucks spending. Now, Fortnite always does say, don't give unauthorized access to certain bots like this unless they're official, and these apparently are not official. Again, I don't know what they are. I've never heard of half of those, but apparently a lot of people use them for stuff. And then I saw this in the comments section. It's from someone named Ethan. He says, what our favorite Care Bear would say, only you can prevent V-Bucks scams. Now, unfortunately, all these people that got ripped off like this are asking for refunds, but I don't think refunds are eligible. It literally says on the in-island transaction page, these are non-refundable. And not to mention, if you used a non-official Discord bot, they're not going to refund that either because they didn't tell you to use that. They said not to use non-official Discord bots. So just be careful. Be careful of these Discord bots, which apparently can, I guess, gain access to your account. I wonder if these are the bots like that you could purchase stuff from the item shop. I know sometimes that things are supposed to be in the item shop, and if you go to the shop, they're not really there, but you can use a Discord bot to buy them. I don't know. I don't know anything about Discord bots. But what I do know is that a lot of people are having this happen to them, and I don't think they're going to be eligible to get these V-Bucks back. It is unfortunate, and someone's making a huge profit out there because they're spending all these V-Bucks on these certain maps, and then the creator of the maps are getting rewarded handsomely for that. That's the Mickey Mouse bull squash. So if you've logged in and you've lost V-Bucks or you noticed your V-Bucks balance is not what it should be, again, click that link that I put in the description to check your in-island transactions and see if that's where your V-Bucks went. But even if they are registered there, there's nothing you can do about it except you can prevent it by signing out of every session like I showed you. Sadly though, again, I don't think you can be refunded for these. If they post any update, I will let you know, but it sounds like you're out of luck. So don't trust things that are not officially licensed by Fortnite. Well, there you go. A bit of drama in the V-Bucks department in Fortnite, but hopefully you clear it up by signing out of every session. So there you go, but I'm curious, if this happened to you, let me know in the comments. I wonder how many people are affected by this. But that's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated, and don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is tabortime.